Good evening. Welcome to Psychic Plans. I'm Aeson Knight. Of course, with Knight is my operations manager and partner in crime, Nikki Jo. How are you, darling?
I'm doing good. How are you this evening?
Evil. Just pure evil. Hello, Miss Brenda. Hello. How are you?
Hello, Brenda. Enjoying the Super Balls.
Oh, that's right. Football is tonight. How's it going?
It is.
Yeah.
And did she make it?
Yes.
Did she make it?
Right.
The world must know. Did she make it?
Right. And if you can message invisible.
All right. What am I messaging invisible for?
To fetch the children.
Fetch children.
Yes. Hello, Miss Emily. Ooh, 49ers 10, Chiefs 0. Interesting. We will see. I've seen a few people that disagreed with me. You can't say they have good taste, but okay.
There we go.
All right. So we're going to do something a little fun tonight.
We are.
Yeah.
Hey, Emily.
Hello, Emily. All right. So you ready for it?
Yes, I think I am.
All right.
So, yes. So, all right. So you guys have seen, if you're part of the baristas and you're in our break group, you've seen this. We've already talked about we're doing this. So of course we cannot eat that much candy on air.
Right.
That's a whole show and he's going to be sick.
Yeah.
Because his tummy can't handle this much.
Right.
Like he's already looking at this as daunting.
Right.
So there we go. We have miniatures, like we have a single faux Kit Kat.
Mm-hmm.
We have, and this is for each of our plates. So yeah, half of a faux Twix.
Right.
And then let me see. I got to get them right. This should be the 3 ingredient. So that should be the Snickers.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 ingredient is a Milky Way, and the 1 ingredient is a 3 Musketeers knockoff. These are all knockoffs.
Right.
This is what Great Value is doing. Yeah, basically I went for fun size bites.
Yes.
Because I figured we'd survive that.
Exactly.
Yeah, Emily's like, that's way more candy than anyone over 30 can handle. I'm skilled. But yeah, so this is where we're at. And so yeah, you'll notice, or if I don't know if you guys can totally see that. But you may notice that like these 3 here are a little messed up on the top, and that's because they're marked, so we know which one's which.
Yes.
That's why I can actually point them out, because I didn't want to get on air and be like, oh, fuck, what are we eating?
Well, yeah, because we were like, what? Why Great Value? Why have you done this to us?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so for the ingredients here, what I mean is, peanut, caramel, and nougat, we know that is a Snickers.
Right.
Caramel and nougat, we know is a Milky Way.
Mm-hmm.
And fluffy nougat, we know is a 3 Musketeers.
Right.
So now these might or might not be perfect knockoffs. We don't exactly know.
That's why we're taste testing them.
Right. Invisible did try the independent of us, the Twix knockoff and the Kit Kat knockoff, because those are two of his favorites. Yeah, diabetes. Yes, Emily, yes. But he did say that they were reasonable. Like he doesn't want to switch to them. They're not better.
Right.
But if we picked up some every once in a while, he wouldn't be mad. He did note though, on the Twix, there's a weird aftertaste.
Well, we're going to find out.
Yeah. So those are his comments. I'm waiting to see.
Dear?
Yes.
Which one are we starting with?
I figure let's go ahead and knock out the difficult ones, and we will start with the Three Musketeers. So the one ingredient.
All right.
You ever forgotten the Three Musketeers in your pantry? That's kind of where the Three Musketeers is.
See, for me, it tastes just like a Three Musketeers. I wouldn't know the difference.
It's not quite as light and fluffy. The chocolate's a little off.
It is. I think they're using a different chocolate.
Yeah, the chocolate's way off.
Yeah, they don't have a wax to it.
Yeah, I think I could tell the difference if I were presented with like half and half. But yeah, it's a little.
Yeah.
It's like it's old and stale.
It's like it's old. Like, I'll give it that. It tastes like the old Milky Way.
Okay. Right.
So are we going for Snickers?
No, we are going for the Milky Way next. That's the 2 ingredient.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, in terms of the Milky Way, it's not bad.
That one I feel like is a little bit more closer, but I'm still missing the chocolate wax. But if you got candy bars in the 80s, they didn't have that chocolate wax on them. And it tastes exactly like that.
I could kind of see that.
You know, back when the candy bar would melt in your hand.
Well, yeah, and these will. But yeah, no, it does hit a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although this one, with the nougat not being as fluffy, because it's basically the same nougat.
Right.
It doesn't make as big of a difference because the Three Musketeers, that was always really light.
Right.
Like, just no.
Right.
All right, so snicker it up.
Oh. This is a fail.
The Snickers actually hits good for me. I'm on the total opposite end from you. Like, this is what I think Snickers is supposed to taste like. And then I get a Snickers and it doesn't taste like this. It tastes too sweet. Like that one, I like. That one's a win.
For me, the nuts aren't as salty as a Snickers nut or as big. Like it's a lower level of a Snickers.
No, I'm kind of there for it.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't know. Maybe that's my problem with why I'm not liking candy as much anymore.
Right, and I think
it's because a lot of it's hitting way too sweet.
Right.
Like just my teeth hurt.
Right. But for that one, the nuts weren't as big as a Snickers is. They weren't as
very
plentiful.
Crushed nut.
Right. It didn't have as much caramel as a Snickers does because the Snickers actually has caramel in the nuts, and the nougat was very underperforming for me.
Okay. No, I'm kind of loving it.
I know.
Loving it. All right, so Kit Kat.
All right, now this is the hard one to please.
Yeah, really? Now, I will point out, like, there is nothing. Because if you're used to Kit Kats, usually each little bar has Kit Kat on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, that's a fail. Jesus, that's a fail. That is nothing like a Kit Kat.
Nope, can't even break it apart with my teeth.
Wait, did you get the Twix or the Kit Kat?
Kit Kat.
Okay.
Don't you know that you can separate Kit Kats in layers?
Oh. No, I have not done that. But
yeah.
You're definitely not getting that apart in layers.
Total fail.
That's just one. It's sort of like the chocolate was too hot when it hit the crispy. And it just sort of all meshed. Like, it still got crunch, but...
Right, but you couldn't use that in a recipe that has Kit Kat in it. You're trying to cloak and do it cheap.
Oh, it's going to fall apart. But no, it's very much like if you left a Kit Kat on your dashboard all day.
More like all week.
Okay, all week. I'll give it to you. But yeah, it's very much like the candy, like, decompensated. It just didn't come together right.
Yeah, and it's a lower level chocolate. It's not a nice milk chocolate. It's not even a dark chocolate. We were hoping for dark chocolate.
Yeah, you know,
like the chocolate's been made too hot. The milk was too fast.
Oh. So that leaves us with the Twix knockoff, and I'll tell you, that is the one that looks least like. I think I got everything but the cookie. Like, the consistency's right, it's just the cookie's wrong.
The cookie's totally wrong. They've got the caramel right in this. Like, they should use this caramel in the Snickers.
Well, I'm thinking they played with ratios as well. So it's not a 1-for-1. But it's kind of weird and interesting. How little it takes of playing with the ratios to really distort it. Because you're talking about, like, for each of these, they're the youngest one in this group is Twix from technically either 79 or 69, depending upon what country. Because UK, it was Raiders in 69 that they were released, and then 79 in the US was Twix.
Right.
That's the youngest one in the group.
Okay.
The rest of these are from like the 30s and the 20s. Like, that's how long they've been in our consciousness.
Right.
And for most of these, they haven't gone a lot.
Right.
Like, they haven't changed a lot. They haven't gone through a lot. Like, they hit a recipe and they have been producing the same candy bar repetitively.
Right.
Like there's that like perfect quality every single time you open one of those candies.
Okay, now we got to rank them.
Okay, I'm where do you want to start? Bottom to top or top to bottom?
Top to bottom, the one you're going to buy again and the one you won't buy again.
Hands down, I'll buy the Snickers again.
Okay.
So the peanut caramel nougat, I will buy that again.
Okay.
That made me happy.
Okay.
My number 2, I would buy the Twix again. I'm not thrilled with the cookie, but I could deal with it.
Okay.
The Milky Way, I'm gonna put right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not bad.
Right.
But it's not great. Like it has like it's things it got right and its flaws for me for a Milky Way just kind of put it at that like crossroads.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like it loses points, but it gains points, and it's just stuck in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I would number 4 the Kit Kat.
Okay.
I would be moderately willing to buy that again, if hard pressed. Just knowing it's going to taste like it got left on my dashboard for a week.
Right.
The biggest disappointment, my number 5, this is the worst, would not buy again, has got to be the fluffy nougat bars.
Yeah.
It is not fluffy.
Right.
It is not fluffy.
Right.
It is back of your pantry, got left there for a while.
That's because they're all missing the chocolate wax that every candy bar has.
Yeah.
So for me, my number 5 I ain't buying ever again would be the Twix. Doesn't taste like a Twix.
Wow.
Okay.
It really made you mad on the Twix.
Then Kit Kat. Not happy with you either.
Okay, so we agree on the Kit Kat. It's a number 4.
Right. Number 3 would be the copy of the Snickers.
Ooh, we're going to be totally different for this.
Yeah.
All right.
When I get a Snickers, I want whole nuts. I don't want crumble. And it just wasn't hitting right.
Okay.
Number 2, I believe, would be the Milky Way knockoff.
Okay.
And number 1, if I'm grabbing cheap candy, would be the Three Musketeers.
Really?
Yeah, that was the closest to what I'm used to.
Wow. I feel like that should come with a "Who hurt you?" Like, really?
Really?
Like, that was the worst imitation of Three Musketeers ever.
Now, granted, let's be clear. Aeson's favorite candy bar isn't in any of these knockoffs. Because it's considered a cheap candy bar.
Well, it's because it's also in the... Well, we used to call it like it's a really old brand, but honestly, most of these are.
Yeah.
Like some of these have already turned 100.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't kidding when I was saying we're back to the 20s.
Right.
On some of these.
Yeah.
Like they've been around.
Yes, because if I'm left to decide what candy bars I want a Clark, then I want a Mr. Zero, a Mr. Good bar, then I want a Zero, then I'll take a Butterfinger, and then I'll take a Kit Kat. But I want a real Kit Kat, not the fake Kit Kats.
You're real mad about the Kit Kat.
All right, now the company that has Mellow Kips used to have a peanut butter cup. Those were good too. Yeah. But no, I'm real mad about the Kit Kat. I was really hopeful that it would be a good Kit Kat. I was told it tasted like it was dark chocolate. Thank you for Invisible Assistant for completely lying on that note.
Well, but dark chocolate too invisible. And honestly, part of this, like, you're just blaming that it's missing the candy wax.
Yeah.
It may also be a different milk chocolate mixture.
Mm-hmm.
So it may be higher in cocoa
Mm-hmm.
than the individual bar itself would be, like
Right.
the real thing. And that could start to veer into dark chocolate tasting category.
Right.
So I can follow that. I can give him that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
No.
Oh, but here's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a price difference here. Because of course we all know great value.
Mm-hmm.
They sell for less.
Right.
So the bottom of your list is the Twix.
Right.
All right. Is it or isn't it worth $1.24?
No.
Okay. So let's go to the top of your list, which was the Three Musketeers.
Right.
Is it a value at $1.24?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm a cheapie. I still think candy bars should be less than $1.
I'm talking about in comparison to their actuals, which are now averaging like $3.
Well, you've got a keyboard available to you, because I don't currently, because I've got the camera and the pad. Go to Walmart.com and see how much a Clark bar is.
Which isn't one of the ones in this list.
Right.
Huh. Of course, Walmart does not make this easy. Departments, food. Oh, like I can, I can price you a Clark cup. But the actual. Oh no. I'm not having much. Oh, and actually, these are cheaper than we thought, and there's looks like there might be others.
Okay.
Yeah, here there is just the way their site's set up. It's making the product wrappers for even their own generic product look weird. I cannot find the individual Clark bar. 1 second. So we're gonna do a generic search. $2.99 from Snyder Candy.
All right.
$1.99 from Economy Candy.
All right.
So yeah, we can pretty much say it's around $3.
Mm-hmm. All right.
$2.50. Let's call it $2.50.
All right.
We'll just.
I'd rather pay the extra 76 cents.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, that's to actually get a candy bar that you like.
Right.
I was contrasting with, was it in comparison?
All right. The Three Musketeers bar is $2.28 right now.
Okay.
That's a regular candy bar.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth saving that $1?
That was my point.
That's what I'm asking you.
Honey, that's what I was trying to ask you for these.
Okay. Well, I think if it was like the Three Musketeers, yes.
Okay. So the Three Musketeers save $1.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Worth it.
Okay. I think for me, Brenda's already jumped ahead. Easier, Joe. Ask which was. For me, I think for my number one,
Right.
I could save the dollar and not be mad.
Okay.
So I could do the fake Snickers, the peanut caramel and nougat bar, and save the dollar and not be unhappy. I would actually be pretty cool with that. Not, however, on the Twix or the Kit Kat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a little grumpy on the others.
Yeah.
Like, as in, it starts getting marginal. Like, really, was it worth it?
Right.
But on the Snickers equivalent, I'm good. Like, totally save the dollar.
Right.
Especially for a king size. Holy shit.
Right. And to answer your question, since I had to grab my key bar.
Sorry, he was the one telling me they were like $1.24. It turns out Brenda's showing them online for 78 cents a piece.
See, and we paid $1.24 for them.
Okay, so different areas, different prices.
Right.
I do have to say, out of the whole experience, the thing that bugged me the most, and the whole reason we bought them,
right,
was because they were on that front cash wrap. And I was a little horrified because I'm looking over and I'm like, you don't belong here.
Right.
Like, you don't belong here.
Right.
Like, where did you come from? Where are you going? Because you're not supposed to be here. This is that front impulse, like, purchase candy area called the front cash wrap, where you make all your impulsive purchases, usually around chocolate or sugar. And none of these scream.
Right.
Like, all your other brands are very vibrant colors, very sharp logos, very sharp everything to really draw your attention. And the Great Value product line has never done any of those things. No.
Are they going, what's this?
Yeah. And so it's the sad little corner of the cash wrap with the sad little products on its bottom shelf.
Right.
There's
we have a third opinion.
All right, so Emily, I watched another video of a guy blind taste testing the Great Value candy. He was able to tell the difference in all but the Kit Kat knockoff.
He must have got a fresher Kit Kat.
He must have.
Yeah.
He must have.
Right.
I'm sorry. I think I could have just spotted that one because it just the mouthfeel on that one is off.
It is. Now, it is great not to have, I will say this about these. It's great not to have that wax taste left in your mouth.
True.
Which all candy since, like, 95 have had.
Well, yeah, because we went through the whole melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Yeah.
That whole, like, things, M&M's.
Yes.
Because they're the ones that started it.
They are, but
and then it was like every candy, because this will melt in your hand. This is melt in your hand chocolate.
Right.
Oh, he almost liked the Great Value Kit Kat better than the real Kit Kat, but then again, he admitted he never had that he hadn't had a Kit Kat in a while.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like that might have been his best preferred one, but it may have been skewed by the fact he hadn't had one in a while, and it was like, oh my God, I want a Kit Kat. Like, that's what my life was missing.
Right. You know, that's when you put them up head to head, and we didn't do that this time. We wanted to taste these because Lord knows that was enough sugar for me.
Actually, it wasn't that bad sugar-wise, I will say. Like, I think we need to compare, like, the nutrition information. But none of those hit me with that, oh my God, level of sugar. Like, this is why, like, you send me out for candy bars, and I've got a short list.
Right.
Of what, like, I'm getting for myself, if I get myself anything at all.
Right.
Because there's only a few that I can still tolerate.
Right. There's
And
a list of them that I have to give you. Like, no, I want this one, this one, this one, and hunt for this one.
yeah, we're constantly on a hunt for a few different candy bars.
Yep.
Oh. Oh, Emily's like, I don't need Aeson to draw cards to know that my son is going to bring home some great value candy when he comes home from his school's Valentine's Day party.
Right.
Oh, Brenda's like, I can pass on all but Reese cups.
Yeah, but Brandon, which Reese cup do you like? Because this used to be great when we were younger. There was a Reese cup and a Mellow cup. One of the two.
And that's if you don't screw up and buy the marshmallow cup by mistake.
Right.
As in, you reached, you grabbed, you saw the packaging, and you at least got the right one.
Right. Well, now it's a scientific discovery.
Oh, now even the Kit Kats have gotten crazy.
They have. Now, granted, I want to try the Japanese strawberry one.
Oh, God.
That just sounds lovely to me.
A strawberry Reese cup?
Yeah.
Ew. Oh, Emily's asking Brenda, but there's a Reese's Valentine's Hearts cup. Yeah, they do a thing for every holiday.
Yep.
Oh, God. If you turn the Valentine's Hearts cups upside down and they look like truck nuts. Oh, that's bad.
Yep.
Yeah, see, Brenda, I'm already traumatized. Like, you didn't have to like explain it. I was already there. It's a PB and strawberry jelly sandwich.
Yep.
Shoved inside of a Reese cup.
Yep.
Ugh.
You know, I did not care
for the shade of pink they use on the icing doesn't help. I get it now. I was sitting here going, well, it's a heart shape, so if you turn it upside down, anything looks like truck nuts. It's the heart to truck nuts, But no, in pink, yeah, that was too far.
Yeah.
That's bad. Oh, that's so bad.
Right.
So happy Valentine's Day. Here's your truck nuts.
Granted,
God.
Joe, for the record, what holiday candy do I prefer?
What holiday candy do you prefer?
Uh-huh.
Now, careful. This is layers of trick questioning. Because there's a few things going on here.
Uh-huh.
Are you talking about we're randomly at a store near a holiday and you want candy? Are we talking about gift candy for like Valentine's Day?
Gift candies.
Okay. So that would be the Whitman's sampler.
Yes.
Yes. He's very specific. Fuck Russell Stover. We're sorry. I don't know why he doesn't like you, but he doesn't. All of the other boxes can go to hell. He does love a Ferrero Rocher, but after that whole giant Ferrero Rocher ball with 4 pieces of candy in it, he a little mad. Like he was so excited because it's huge. And then opened it, and the way it's packaged, it's like 4 pieces of candy.
Yeah. I was like,
and the giant ball is 4 pieces of candy.
Yeah.
Oh, Emily says every year I salivate over those big peanut butter Easter eggs that the little church ladies make each year. Reese's has released their own version, but it's not the same.
It is not.
But here's the thing, though. I have issues with little old lady candies because the number of them that cannot get that chocolate right. You want to talk about fucking up a musket ball? This is what they are.
No, they're not.
What the? Yeah, they are.
No,
Muscle
they're
balls
not.
are- What?
Lord, no. A muscle ball is like this big. The egg she's talking about is about this big.
Well, yeah, but effectively, it's the same damn thing.
No.
Okay.
It's a different chocolate. It has decorative chocolate on it. The filling is smooth, only Jiffy peanut butter and powdered sugar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's with me. She understands what I'm talking about. Some of these little old ladies cut some corners.
Yes, they do.
That's what I was trying to get at. Is some of these little old ladies fuck this shit up.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, if you get that chocolate consistency wrong, you end up with a like Teflon coating, break a tooth Teflon coating. Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
I approach little old lady made candies very carefully now.
Well, after my last experience with little old lady food, I'm going to approach a lot of it more carefully.
Oh, that's so bad. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, Emily says Methodists tend to make the best ones, followed by the Catholics and Lutherans. Stay away from the evangelicals. They cut corners, too capitalistic. That's probably a fair rule of thumb there.
See, there's one religion there that literally does everything right.
There's one religion there. I'm sorry. There's one religion there that does everything right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Lead on.
Church of God. I'm telling you, those ladies are so repentant. They can make anything into deliciousness.
Yeah. I think I'm now for Emily's list. I would definitely add Southern Baptist to the evangelical group.
Yeah, that goes to the evangelicals.
Yeah. Because I'm sorry, they ruined me on like sandwiches.
They ruined you on Oreos.
Well, no, actually, I like faux Oreos.
Yeah,
I really do like those.
right.
But I will say that like your Vacation Bible School program, if you are a church that has somehow found yourself watching this, your Vacation Bible School program is being ranked in your neighborhood by children based on the food you serve. Mm-hmm. And one of the fastest, easiest ways to downrank yourself is not only faux Oreos, but the really bad faux Oreos.
Right.
Like, I'm fine with faux Oreo. Don't go for the weirdo.
Right.
It looks sort of like an Oreo, but it is not.
Right.
It is like a god-awful outcome of a Nico wafer going wild.
Right. Well, see, this... All right, this is a pagan theory. And yes, we rate them. Top of the list of Jehovah's Witnesses. Any potluck of former Jehovah's Witnesses coming to, take an extra plate. Then you go Pentecostal and Church of God. Then you go into the Methodists. Then you go into the Catholics and the Lutherans. Then you go into the evangelicals, which I don't know what happened to the evangelical churches, but the recipe book fell off the pulpit and somewhere underneath their sprinkle bathtubs.
But you forgot one, and I can't remember what they are. It's the weirdo ones that only show up for chili. Like, it's the only thing these little ladies can do. They can make chili for days. Church of the Nazarene.
Yeah, Church of God, honey. Same ones.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Not in Princeton. No, it's not. These are two totally different chilies. You do not touch the Church of God chili. It will kill people.
Right.
The Church of the Nazarene chili.
Right.
However.
Right.
Like, I'm just saying, leave little sample cups in a pathway to your door.
Uh-huh.
I see you on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
Or whatever day it is y'all meet. I don't care. Just leave a trail.
Well, no. Because, no. Church of God, Church of the Nazarenes, they always do a chili bake-off, a chili cook-off. Their hot dogs in the summer are the best. And then the Easter eggs are always delicious.
Fair enough.
I miss the cakewalks the churches used to do around here. It used to be a great fundraising activity for Vacation Bible School for the cake auctions. Watching those men bet on those cakes is always insane to watch.
Oh, screw that. I'm sorry. My school did cakewalks. That was part of our fall festival, like elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the things we funded with cake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the things we funded with cake.
Alrighty.
Okay, so we are 40 minutes.
Yep. So let's get into planning.
Yes. Do the planning.
And we can talk as we plan.
We can.
All right.
But we hope you guys had fun with that.
Yeah, we thought it would be something new.
And it was. And it was kind of fun.
Yeah. Like, if we see other weird stuff, we'll grab it.
Oh, yes. So, apparently your cat girlfriend, Tiffany, heard you and is laying
Hi,
here
Tiffany,
listening.
honey. Now, you lay down there and be a good kitty. So, this was last week. And, yes, there's 2 dividers here for a reason. This was our new checklist. It works really well.
Mm-hmm.
When I remember to do it. I was sick 2 nights, so I didn't do it. Those are what those nights are out for. But worked really well. The week's planner went over fairly well. You know, including Monday when I lost my brain. Well,
oh no.
Put a hole in the roof, what should say.
Yeah. Monday was the day. We're definitely ready for a better week.
Yeah.
Oh no, Emily says my planner is sadly is all out of whack now.
Right.
My biggest commission project I'd planned to wrap up by January 31st still isn't completed, which is shoving all my other projects around.
Yeah.
Girl, I feel you.
And this is why I plan by the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do have to sit down and go, that was a lovely plan. It was a beautiful plan.
Right.
That plan failed.
Right.
And so we're going to come up with a new plan.
Right. And then
sometimes,
you know,
I was just going to add.
Yeah. Go for it.
Oh, that sometimes that occurs to me on a Monday morning at say 9 a.m. when he's screaming into the phone. Yes. Like this past week. For example. So Monday got totally racked.
Monday got like the octave level from Monday. I'm sure my neighbors can quote my name now.
Yes, pretty much, yes. Yep. All right, so we're going with black and pink.
Yeah. Nice Valentine's Day colors.
Fair enough. Some bold color combo.
Mm-hmm. Goes with my preferred black roses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Valentine's Day on the network is a mixed bag.
It is. There'll be those going, is she going to say yes tonight? And those are saying, do I bury him now or do I wait till the 15th?
You know? Like, guys, a reminder, you only have mere minutes to try to figure out your Valentine's Day plan. You cannot wait until after Monday to do fuck all.
Yes.
Like you're at the last minute.
Get on the phone, call your good florist for your girlfriend, and call your okay florist. Do not use the same florist for your mistress. Just a reminder.
Oh yeah, Brenda points out Mardi Gras is on Tuesday and Valentine's Day is on Wednesday.
Sounds like a lovely combination.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I gotta check and see when we're doing this. So I had to shift my week around. Sorry, guys. I normally take notes on things. That didn't happen today. I'm on low energy day.
Yes. Yeah, you've had a struggle this week.
Yeah. Eric.
Oh shoot. I just realized I was totally on the wrong week.
That's
So
interesting.
I just put his work times in for all the wrong times.
Yep. And you're going to have to back up because my work times have to shift.
Oh.
That is Friday at 5:15. Okay. All right. So there's that bucket of joy.
Okay. Are these your private times?
No, this.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, we ain't got there yet.
Okay.
All right. So this will be 6 to 9. Private. This is 3 to 6. Off. Well, no. 3 to 6 there. I'm off Thursday. Off. Off. 3 to 6. And a 3 to 6. So private for 3 to 6. I mean 6 to 9 on Monday. 3 to 6 on Tuesday. 3 to 6 on Wednesday. Off on Thursday. Off on Friday. 3 to 6 on Saturday. 3 to 6 on Sunday.
All right. And then, are we doing anything different with network?
We will be, but we got to see where you affect me at.
Okay, well, the only thing I'm doing is tomorrow I'm in Princeton.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So I'll be out of here from about 11 to 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then Friday, you're over here at 11.
Mm-hmm.
Eric. All right. And then yeah. All right, and Vizzy.
Is working on Wednesday from 4 to 9.
Okay.
Thursday 5 to 10.
Okay.
Friday 4 to 9.
Okay. We'll see if he keeps this or is off this. This is his birthday.
He's supposed to have already asked off for those 3 days.
Yeah.
The 17th, 18th, and 19th.
Yep. And it's our move-in day. And it's our VA here.
It's what?
Our Valentine's Day is on the 15th.
Yes. Sorry, got it now. I wasn't sure what day you were writing in on. I was like, what did you say?
Victory, damn it, day.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
All right. So let's go private.
And do you remember you also have Eric on Friday?
Yep. Got him in.
Okay, cool.
Oh, all right. So Monday, it'll be 12 to 7.
Okay.
Tuesday, 12 to 7. Wednesday is 1 to 7. Thursday's 1 to 7. Friday, I'm going to do 12 to 7. Friday, 12 to 7. And then Saturday, 12 to 7.
And those are actually on because your Friday night is basically Saturday morning from 12 to 7.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, technical Wednesday morning
Is 1 to 7.
is 12 to 7 or 1 to 7?
1 to 7.
Okay.
Because I'm
I just wanted to make sure I had them
getting
right.
a nap, and then I'm getting up to work.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I'm cutting back a little bit, trying to get a little bit more rest because I'm going to have to be up at noon these 2 days. And I'm going to see Jesse about 1.
Yes. Yeah, you guys have had to do some reschedule of your personal trainer.
Yes.
Like he had problems, you had problems, you both had problems.
Yeah.
It's been interesting.
It has. It has. Ugh. Wasn't sure that was going to come off.
It just happened.
Yeah. But no, I've been wearing down twos early, so we're going to close earlier. At least until I get my crap together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this normally happens around this time of the year for me too, because my body's getting ready for a time change.
Absolutely. It does make a struggle, I think, for us all.
Right.
Because now, granted, that's not till March,
Mm-hmm.
but it does start to sneak up on us.
Yep, like a parading panther.
Well, yeah, because we're moving back from the shortest day of the year to.
Yep.
So there's always that period where it's a little easier to, like, the days feel wonky.
Right. Okay. So I've already got my weeklies kind of drawn out and decorated. Here is the checklist for this week. Our goal is to get it. I want to get 80% complete this week. We'll see where we get there.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of pre-laid out, and then places for budget and review and worksheets are laid in there. So there's that.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to take mine down. I'll let Joe show you his.
Yes.
I'll get ready to do my care one.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. So, yeah. Let me go ahead and add myself to the stage.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is my design for the week. Went ahead, since it is the Valentine's Day week, went with that red and white hearts and arrows, which we'll zoom in on. Kind of loving that one. It's very adorable.
Yes, you have adorable stickers now.
They are. They're very cool. I've got to start looking for next month, next holiday. So we'll see what there actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because we've got a few. Let's see, what's up next March. So that's going to be St. Patrick's Day.
Mm-hmm.
April's going to be Easter. And then we start moving into the weirdo holidays of, like, is anyone still here? What the holidays for May are kind of
Beltane.
I know, but there's not really good.
Oh yes, there is.
Okay.
Go find you a bunch of cute men, some deer horns, some antlers. You're all set.
Hey, there you go. So anyhow, though, but no. So we're getting to a point in February where I do have to start looking forward to next month. Mm-hmm. I'm basically on the road on Monday, and then I should be home Tuesday for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
So and then we're doing our alternative Valentine's Day on Thursday. So that's why you see Valentine's Day here on the 15th, as well as over here in the middle of the 14th.
Right.
I went ahead and used the really cool Valentine's Day sticker for the official Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
The one that really pops. And then I just used this one that's just a little woodcut.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is
right.
Valentine's Day. It's just alternative Valentine's Day.
Right.
So yeah. But no, I'm really liking the sticker pack. It's actually been one I've been able to leave up while I use my planner.
Mm-hmm.
Which is way better than the January sticker pack that was like crashing everything.
Right.
So yeah. Last week for my planner, it did get a little wonky. Like, not gonna lie, I just last week was grind.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping for a much better week this week. I know I've got some extra work that's going to have to get done because everyone's going to have Valentine's messages and they're sending their normal stuff on different days, rather than like split messages, because they don't. Well, like one of our clients, they send a Thursday message every single week, whereas if I wait and send their Valentine's Day message on Thursday, it's no longer relevant.
Right.
But it would be really weird, I think, to send that one and then the next day
Right.
yeah.
I think that they should stick to their normal messaging on Thursday and send a special Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, but when they developed it, they kind of combined it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, so yeah, that's going out on Wednesday because
Yeah.
I'm not sending that on Thursday.
Right.
Because it's really specific to Valentine's Day.
Right.
Like, so yeah.
Yeah. Plus, you've got the keen Valentine's Day sale messages to go out or should be going out.
Yeah, those should be going out somewhere between Monday and Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. Because we go on sale for 14% off on the 13th through the 19th.
Yep. That should be a really good sale. We hope you guys all turn out for it.
Right.
Because that's a pretty good one.
Yep.
This is not like everyone upped their rates and then they took 14% off, so it's really the same price.
Right.
Like, no, they had to agree to lock their rates and then take 14% off.
Right.
So, yeah.
All right. So how's it working for you? You still happy with it 2 months in?
I am. I'm still happy with it.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Like, kind of loving it.
Good.
Oh, I scrolled too far back. There we go. I was trying to get to Monday because it looks like you're about to do cards.
Yep.
And so that's my one big graphic I've got to get ready for tomorrow because I turn around and leave in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to try to get everyone's messaging out before I leave.
Yes. All right.
So, yeah.
So, let's pop this down, pop knee back up.
There you go.
Let's take a look on how the week's going to go. Then we'll take a look back on Aeson's week last week.
Absolutely. Let's bring you up big so I can see the cards. There we
go. Yep. All right. Let's see how Valentine's Day week will go. Ooh, you're going to need your temperance. Master your balance of positive and negative. Interesting. We have a couple moving into play. We have the King of Wands, which is your logic, your foundation. It's always been this way. Flying in with, his wife, the Queen of Wands. It's like, oh, let me just shuffle this shit up. So this will be a play between the balance of logic and passion. Use your minds. Stay on force. Stay on focus of growth.
Okay, and the first card is Temperance?
Temperance.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Right.
I have the worst time with that deck. Because sometimes your feminine energies look so similar.
Right.
On that specific deck.
Right.
And it's all kind of got this one hue.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you're dealing with like the wands, which has a lot to do with temperance. It has to do with the logical mind. And temperance is aren't up here because like she's a minor arcana of temperance.
Ah, fair. So 2 temperances and a king in the middle.
Yep. All right, so this is a new planner I put together and started using last week. I call it the Care Planner. It's basically taking care of the Aeson. We had a lot of things fill in this week. Our weight, our sugars, when I'm taking vitamin D, when I'm taking my shot. It got complicated. This was wonderful. This is great to be keeping everything together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I figured we'd get Brenda's question in just a second.
Right. All right. And of course, my morning pages, which no one wants to see my scribbling. Then I actually remembered, because it's on my page, to do my review. I've done my review. Yay. Moving into this week. My actions helps build a tanning routine, stabilize the work schedule, complete both sheets to 80%, build a house routine, and balance my sleep out a little bit more.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, and then the base plan, That's my tanning routine, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I've got a shot, and I need to add in there vitamin D.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget the vitamin D.
Yeah.
Because he's had his first tanning session when he went and got the package.
Yes.
And we think it packed a wallop.
Aeson slept like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
So, and then here's this week's worksheet with all the meds and all the things that I need to do, which I'm really liking. It's easier.
Is that working out for you?
It is.
Cool.
And of course, we're using the coffee stickers to decorate everything this week.
Mm-hmm. So have you figured out, because I know that's a big pack and you probably still have a fair number left, but have you figured out what you're doing when that supply starts to get low?
I'm probably going to order something else.
Okay. I was just curious if you'd been looking and like had an idea.
No, I am planning to try out some independent sticker creators.
Ooh.
Coffee Monster Co. pops into my head. There's another one that Cindy uses that I like. Like, I like the stickers. I just don't know if they have them for the size of the planner. Okay. And like, this planner's supposed to not be that complicated because my personal life is not that complicated. My work life, however, that can be a thing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely understand.
So we're going to be trying some different branded die cut sticker creators when this one runs out. Or we may just hit the Amazon and see what else they got.
Do some Amazon roulette.
Yeah.
Like blue 52 and go.
And where, my other planner is really focused on the business and running the businesses. This one's more so focused on me.
Yee. Well, I know with mine, it gets very business.
Yeah.
Like.
And I think this one's more realistic of someone that is just wanting to improve themselves.
Well, this one is very just because your work planner is very work focused, and then this one is very much. I don't think it does lend itself well to being very self-improvement focused and self-focused and all that. But I think it's also just kind of yeah. It's the investment in planner space. Of a whole planner,
right?
For self-care,
right?
Feed and water the Aeson.
Caffeinate the Aeson in one way or another.
Well, yeah, but we're having to be careful with caffeinating you right now.
Yeah.
We also try to remember to burp him and not shake him too violently.
Yeah.
Because right now he is a West Virginia road from having a bad day.
You're telling me.
Just say it.
Yeah. And I found a few stations today. Well, okay, so every morning I try to watch an inspirational planning video or mood reduction video or some bit of information.
Mm-hmm.
And I discovered one today that was talking about what ADHD and the need for a physical planner.
Mm-hmm.
And it really explained to me why, like, every time that I try to go digital, it doesn't work. And it's because I need that thing.
I think you bumped.
Oh, goodness. There we go.
Welcome back. Nice to say it to you for a change.
Yes.
Is it bad that every time I watch you do this, I keep waiting for you to put a sticker on the plastic?
Oh, and these I have. Like this one's decorated.
No, I mean like it unintentionally.
Oh.
Like I just keep waiting for you to be like, that'll go great. Ah, crap.
Right.
Well, now it's permanent. Like, we really love that sticker. It's gonna live here forever.
I don't know, some of these I wouldn't mind getting them like forever.
Mm-hmm.
I am kind of done. Like this is just really simple. It's supposed to be simple and fun. This week it's been really interesting making sure to hit the boxes and check the boxes, and seeing like what things are really like naturally built habits and others that have to be like echoed. One is breakfast. You would think by my age that breakfast comes naturally to me. Newsflash, it doesn't.
No, breakfast does not come naturally for you.
No.
Except at like 3 a.m. at an omelet shop.
And that's when I've had a day.
Yes. But that's the only breakfast you honestly like. That one I think you could religiously do daily.
Right.
Like you would show up at 3 a.m.
Right.
So it's just that's not very conducive with your work schedule.
It's very conducive with my work schedule. It's the time I normally take a snack time. But
here's the problem is 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back.
Right.
Plus service time.
Yeah.
In the middle of your work day.
Yeah, but it's going to be a while before we run out of these.
Yeah, we got a few minutes. Great.
All right. Wow. We're still doing good on time.
We're bebopping.
All
right. So Brenda made a comment after your card draw,
mm-hmm.
That unfortunately we didn't catch before you jumped into your personal planner.
Mm-hmm.
So regarding that reading for the week of Valentine's Day, so keep your head firmly. Valentine's Day, don't let your emotions run over your logic.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
So yes, that is the game plan for Valentine's Day. Stay logical.
Yeah. Or at least, balanced, thoughtful. Remember what the day is about, which is love. And love comes in many forms. Doesn't just have to be the latest attachment to, the latest human purse you have in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people go, oh my God, don't you believe in true love? Yes. And I believe it can change with an outfit.
Well, there is that. I don't know. There was a thing recently, and I got all huffy about it. But it popped up in one of my groups, and it was someone talking about love spells.
Okay.
And so we're not going to go totally into that because that's a whole different thing.
I technically want to.
Well, I know you want to, but I'm saying that's not what I bring that up for.
Okay.
That was the point I was trying to make.
Okay.
But the reason I bring it up is because they were specifically talking about, well, love spells don't necessarily have to violate consent. They can be like hurrying spells. So basically a road opener, kind of a tornado alley, that will speed love to you. And my reaction to that is like, okay, so you got around the violating consent issue. That's fair enough. But you're basically opening a floodgate. And so you're just sweeping everything towards you. That is even remotely connected to love without regard for like the damaging power of a flood. Because floods have a lot of force.
Right.
And so I'm sitting there going, so that could be everything from a dog. Like, you could bring a dog into your life. Like, because sometimes I find it interesting in the things, the qualities and traits people want in a partner do sometimes sound a lot like a dog. Like loyal, faithful, very devoted.
Well,
like, I'm just saying, you could get a dog.
and
Yeah, floods have a lot of garbage in them too, says Brenda. It's yeah.
Well, I think they were trying to defend their sales pitch, which what it was. It's a damn sales pitch. Which annoys me because that breaks so many rules of admiration.
Yeah. Well, that was a group issue there. And Summer, we do see your message here, and he works off of questions, not just like as in like a general life reading, but more so what you're asking for would be like an angel message, an oracle message, spirit message question, or is a request. If you do want to ask a specific question about a situation you're interested in finding out more about, please add your date of birth, month, day, and year, and he will take that.
Right. But no, my problem in general, and I didn't even get a chance to post it now.
Oh, yeah.
I get to state my damn opinion. Love spells are a no-no. Here's why. You don't know the creation of it. What happens when that love spell hasn't ran out, but you're sick of the person?
Mm-hmm.
He will love me forever and ever. Great. So for all time, he's going to be around you. And I promise you, you'll get tired of him in 2 months.
Yeah. Well, and that's some of the consent issues.
Right.
Like, I lump that all in the consent issues of general love spells.
Right.
Like, when you say a love spell, generally the consent issue is the problem, because you're technically creating an obsession, directed from a person to another, and there's a fine line between deeply, madly, passionately in love and stalker. That's a very fine line.
Yeah, and it could take forever to wear off. I mean, literally. And no, there is no undoing of a spell. You can try to reverse it, but that works about as good as anything else.
Right. Well, but then you have the issue of, okay, even if you can step around and manage to create a spell that sidesteps around the issues of consent, and you avoid the whole problem of, you're creating an obsession, not love. Then you have the problem, which very much is, as Brenda said, floods have a lot of garbage in them too.
Exactly.
So when you're hurrying along love, sometimes it's an interesting path, for people to find each other. And sometimes this also involves like a massive shift in life situations. Like, if any of y'all are loving Hallmark movies or Lifetime movies, even the Hallmark movies especially, the premise of most of those movies pretty much sums down to unhappily single woman has life-altering experiences, finds true love, usually tangentially connected to it is object of love, also has life-changing, altering experiences. They wind up together. So if you're if you're gonna hurry that along, you may be upping the trauma. And you don't know how much trauma you're piling onto one human being all at once that maybe was meant to be spread out over like a decade
or two.
or two.
And I think
That you
me and
just
you technically ran around each other for about 20 years.
yes. And I don't think I could have handled roughly 20 years of everything that occurred being hurried along.
Well, not only that, but we weren't the same people then. Like, if you had clicked the profile and started chatting with me when you saw the profile pic,
well, see, I'm assuming that you get people ready, that you functionally are getting people ready. They just go through the process they would have gone through to find you. And then, versus, just going through it the long way.
Yeah.
So it's a compression. That's one version. What you're talking about is also the reality of if you just slam two people together, you run into the, I know this is you, but there was this great line years ago now, in Doctor Who about when it's basically the beginning and end of the Doctor and River Song relationship.
Right.
It's the point when he meets her, but she knows she's about to die. And it's the end of the relationship. Because wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. But there was this interesting moment where she meets him. But she basically ends up with, that's not him. It's like looking at a younger photo of him.
Right.
Like he's not ready.
Right.
And it's like, there's the alternative version where you skip all the intermediary stuff and you just throw two people at each other that are not ready to meet.
Right.
They have zero ability to do this right now. Are they potentially capable of being in a relationship in 10 to 15 years, maybe? In 10 to 15 months, maybe?
Right.
But at this exact moment, it's like too soon. I don't know you yet. You don't know what you need to know. I don't know what I need to know in order for this to work.
Right, because you couldn't have handled me then.
Oh, yeah, that would have been weird. No. And I don't think it would have ended well.
No.
Like, I think it would have ended. And it wouldn't have ended well. It would have probably been scorched earth. Like scorched, salted, like you talk about burning a bridge. We are like doing the nuclear button from space.
Exactly.
Was the potentiality.
Yeah.
If we had been thrown towards each other back then, the differential between us.
Yeah.
No, this is not going to last for a minute.
No.
So yes, Summer, we've got your question. We'll be getting there just a minute.
No, because at that time I was running a bar, working a bar, dancing 4 nights a week, doing nursing school, all at the same time.
And Brenda's like, we wouldn't have our job.
No, you wouldn't, because he probably wouldn't have been alive.
What?
Honey, it kills you when I do one event, 4 events in a weekend.
Well, younger me could have probably put up with the event schedule. I'm just saying the amount of drinking alone. Yet no.
Oh, please. It was only a 3-liter bottle of White Russian a day, plus whatever I drank at the bar.
Nope. I would have pieced out of that. Like, nope, sorry, no.
Yeah.
No. Like, and he's been told that now.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of things I can handle and deal with, and I'm cool with, and I don't have an issue with, and he can drink.
Yeah.
He can have his drinks. At the point in which we have pre-mixed White Russian in the fridge, like it's on tap, I'm done. Thank you, goodbye. I'm not living with an alcoholic.
Right.
Like, if that's what you need to get through the day, that's great. I hope you enjoy it and it works wonderful for you, because I'm not going to be here to find out.
Well, not only that, but back when I was a royal bitch, like supreme royal bitch.
Nah, for me, no, I'm out on that level of drinking.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. Oh, just think of the changes. Mystic PC, the shows all would be different. Well, yeah. Mystic PC, I can tell you, Mystic PC would not be named Mystic PC. It would actually be You Don't Know Computers.
Yeah.
UDT K&W Computers.
Yeah.
That was the name we changed from.
Well, and that's, if we had met at that point, there probably wouldn't have been shows. There probably wouldn't have been Aeson Psychic. Because Joe wouldn't have let me continue working the amount of hours that led me to going, I can't do this anymore.
Well, but again,
my injuries.
Well, but all of this kind of balance, like, it depends. Like, when, like, because the drinking's going to be my biggest glitch. So if the drinking started with the excessive work hours, then very likely you're still going to end up on network.
No.
And do all the things. Because if the drinking coincided with the extreme work hours.
Well, see, the extreme work hours would have been the first problem before the excessive drinking.
Well, and there's a very big possibility, because we're talking about, like, this is alternate timeline.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, we would also be talking about, potentially my timeline. And if I, like, either which way I was going to go in 2005.
Right.
Anywhere I was going to end up at that point, I was going to have a heavy duty work schedule that was only going to get worse in IT. So one, you have the potentiality that even if I'm in a different company, I'm still doing the same thing and still hitting that same level of burnout.
Right.
And two, potentially worse, because I had options in 2010 when I walked out. Well, I did a notice and did the whole thing. But effectively, I had the come to Jesus moment of, I can't do this anymore.
Right.
But I had options at that point because I have rent.
Right.
I didn't make enough money to afford a car payment. I was barely covering my bills as it was.
Right.
And so the realities were, I didn't have any responsibility. Like, I didn't have real adult responsibilities.
Right.
I couldn't afford them.
Yeah, but you're 2 years advanced in that timeline.
Do what now? That
picture that you saw was brand. Thank you, Anna. That's lovely. We're talking about 2002.
Right, but I'm still talking about, I finished college.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking right about 2005 was where you were burning out. 2006.
2004 is when I injured.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, but you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if you overlap the timelines, I finally get out of college, I start working. I've got another 5 years before I'm tapped out.
Right.
Because by 2010, I was tapped out.
Right. But, if in 2002 we had met, you hadn't not liked my blurry picture.
If I had have liked your blurry picture.
If you had liked my blurry picture, we had met, we had hit it off. You would have, tapped down that work schedule and went, you're either nursing or dancing. You ain't doing both.
See, I'm thinking at that point, like, before I left college, my schedule was crazy. Like, I burned some years, okay? off the back end of my life. I will guarantee that one.
Right.
Between the year 2000 and the year 2010.
Right.
Like off the top, I burned years.
Right.
With everything I was doing, it was too much. I'm saying I don't think it would have been. I don't think I would have stopped you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think I would have been aware enough.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have almost been a moment of like mutually assured destruction.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like we're both running so hard.
Yeah. But then when your boyfriend's saying, no, it's a pageant, you have to be here Friday night, 7:00. Let's go.
Like Friday at 7, I'm fine. Thursday at 7, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like seriously, that would have been my commentary for a good 3 years of that.
Yeah.
Does someone still remember when UNCG Pride meetings are? Yes, they do.
Yes.
Technically 7:30, but we had a board meeting before, so 7.
Which means 6:30.
Do what now?
6:30. And those pageants are Friday and Saturday nights. And of course, you got to be there Sunday for me.
Oh, well, there you go. No, that could have worked out.
Yeah.
Potentially, if you could drag me into a bar.
Yeah.
Every weekend. Like, it's not like my friend Melissa couldn't drag me to a nice lesbian bar. She did that all the time. Mm-hmm. Which is a wild experience for me because it turns out I'm hot in lesbian.
You're hot in bear.
Which is a problem. No, I'm not hot in bear. I don't have any traction in bear.
Correctly.
But lesbians, until they realize their mistake, think I'm hot.
But no,
picture full hair. Picture full hair. Got a picture of full hair. Now it's starting to be a little easier to figure out. Might not be a lesbian. Once upon a time, though.
Well, no, fix your hair, put you in a decent shirt and a pair of jeans, and get you out of your kicks. Put you in some real shoes. You'd be hot and bare. Throw a coat on you.
Oh, we're getting sports ball updates. Big change beginning of the 4th, 10-13. Chiefs leading. So, all righty. So those cards mean, Summer, you're about to see your questions. So, Summer, July 26, 82. When will I find the right one, or have I already met him?
Looking at it, you've not met him. I hate to tell you, Summer, but you're looking at about 2 years before he enters in. Until then, you've got some commercials to enjoy.
Oh, some brief relationships that are just like, go have fun.
Yeah. Go explore. Go get ready.
I like how you word that because it really is like, the double mint twins. Let's go tandem biking. Like, weird medical commercials where people do random shit that no one does.
Yeah.
All because of the medication. So yeah, go enjoy, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
And that's part of the process we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Is like that 2 years of commercials is not unimportant.
No.
Like, no, go enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just sit home for 2 years and think you can come out from under a rock.
Right.
Because it doesn't work like that.
Right. You've got to have the commercials. You've got to have the relationships that create other bigger changes in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Before Joe, there was Eric. Before Eric, and not the Eric you guys are hearing us talk about on the show.
I was like, wait a minute, did I miss someone?
Yeah, and then before that, there was Steve, which, our barista saw his phone number recently when we were going back in the time machine. And those were important steps.
Mm-hmm. Like, no, I don't begrudge anyone their exes.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't. That is part of how you became you.
Mm-hmm.
Now there are moments where it's like, I now understand why you're you. Like, I think we all go through that when you meet someone's ex, and it's like, I understand now.
Yeah,
like,
and you mellow.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was saying, we had met when we had met. I was a real bitch. Like, sorry, fuck no. My phone, your phone rings, you better answer. This is going on here. I expect you.
Oh, that alone, we wouldn't have made it past. I don't even think we would have made it to a date. Because literally for the longest time, and you can blame my father for this, because once I turned 18, and like, because I'm no longer at home at 18, my cell phone is about me and my convenience. No one else's.
Right.
Like, you can leave a message.
Right.
Oh, so Summer says, so far I've been through hell with relationships. I guess I should know how to pick them. See, this is sometimes where, like, what he's talking about for the next 2 years, you're having fun commercials.
Yeah.
As in, this is kind of you went through the shitty relationship period. You're not ready right now to jump into a good, solid foundation relationship. You need to just go have fun. So you can have the rounded experience of, like, you know what? This is a pretty decent dude.
Yeah.
He is not just, because here's the problem. When you come out of a shitty relationship and you inadvertently meet a decent person,
you think something's wrong with them.
There's that aspect, but sometimes what you define after a string of shitty relationships as a decent person falls more into the category of not as bad as.
Right.
And it takes a while to realize that.
Yep.
Like, I thought because I had a couple of relationships there where I thought I'd met a really decent person.
Yep.
After, several shitty exes. Or you know what I mean? Like, we had our issues. And I thought, like, the person I met was amazing.
Boy, were you
and
wrong.
Pardon?
I said, boy, were you wrong.
No, it had more to do with, it's not that they weren't horrible people, but it was more so that, like, my barometer is broken after the previous. I needed a reset. And then they're okay. That's where they should have landed, not, you're amazing. You're okay. You're a decent human being.
All right.
Instead of, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, so go do the reset.
Yep. All right, guys. So I'll see you on Tuesday on the Psychic Coffee Shop.
Yes. Well, you'll also be here Monday, won't you?
Well,
not here. Oh, maybe. Okay.
Maybe.
Alrighty, so of course we want to thank Beverly Walker, Mika G, Kathy, Mary Winfield, Brenda, Shannon C, Shannon D, Lady Gwendolyn, Charles Shaw, Tracy Van, Caitlin Bell, and Devin. If you'd like to learn more about us, the show, or how you too can become a Patreon sponsor and receive all the wonderful benefits our baristas receive, please visit us at PCSPnetwork.com.
Yep. Good night, y'all.
Good night.